How's everybody doing? Adventure AZ here. I'm Gabriel. Everybody voted for budget-friendly modifications on the new Vanquish H10 Optic V2. So today, we have those budget modifications to go over as we go wheel out here in Hidden Canyon, is what I like to call this place. So let's get into it. I wanted to give you guys an overhead look of what we're headed into here in Hidden Canyon. All right, you guys asked for it. Budget-friendly modifications. Let's get into it. So, one of the first things I did to this thing was add some weight to the wheels. Oh, I'm falling here. But you don't need to get new rims and tires. You know, this is a budget friendly. So let's see what we can do on a dime. So I'll throw it up on screen, the weights that I use. I just use some sticky weights that they use on rims. And I put 2 ounces in each tire. I know more people like a front forward bias, but in my tires, I like to keep it balanced because it just stays planted so well. When you keep the weight a little more even in it, as long as you don't load them up with too much weight, it stays really well balanced. So for tires, we just added some weight. Pulls lines really well with that extra weight. Like I said, 2 ounces per tire. Okay. So this is a fun crawl right here. I like to come up this ledge and go up that crack. Let's see how the Optic takes it. I've taken my Fordyce out here. Oh, nice. And my Capra. But that's all that I've brought out to this spot. One thing that's going to really help us on this obstacle right here, which is our next budget item we are going to discuss, which is the Muse front, well, just the Muse Overdrive gears. I believe it's the 824 tooth. So we installed that into the differential, the Muse Overdrive differential gear set. We installed that into the front differential. That gear set that we installed has about 25% overdrive. And with the transmission having about 6, we're gonna lose it. All right. Yeah, I do have a hard time taking that V-notch right there with even the 4-wheel steer buggies. We gotta go over here. But with that transmission overdrive, getting back to what we were saying, transmission has about 6.5% overdrive, I believe it was. So all in total, oh, can we pull it? It pulled it off, guys. That was pretty sweet. But all in all, overdrive with the front differential gear set that we did and the transmission totals at like 31.5% overdrive in the front, which for a drag axle, let's catch up to the rig. For a drag axle, really helps, and not having dig. You know, not having that 4-wheel steer, not having dig, it's really gonna help pivot around obstacles and get you up over obstacles. Really cheap, like 15 bucks. I will put that up on the screen for you guys to check out. Just to give you guys an example, And we still have more modifications to go over, but let me see if camera can hopefully capture how steep this is. A little momentum, a little tire turn. It'll get up some pretty steep stuff with this setup. I mean, this is a cheap setup right out of the box. After you buy it, okay? After you buy it, the modifications are cheap. The truck is not cheap. Okay. So one of the major factors we need to talk about that I did change out, it's gonna be the more expensive, need to give it a bump, there we go. It's gonna be the more expensive of upgrades, but steering servo, oh, hold on, let me pull forward. Steering servo. Got the EcoPower WP715 in there. Now, it is a budget-friendly one. It's only $100. Keep in mind, if you're gonna go eco-powered, I do suggest the WP255. It used to be the 250T, now it's the 255T. So, if you want to go with eco-power, that's the one I would go with, not this this 715. Because it is stronger, holds up better. I haven't had any issues with one yet. But this 715 low profile, it is a little weak. I will say that. But I had this laying around, so we just went ahead and threw that in there as a budget-friendly servo. Pulled that off. It's nice when that overdrive is pulling us down, helping us out. But I mean, for servos, got some water still here. A little bit of rain come through last night. But, almost fell in the hole, guys. All right. For steering servos, you know, I suggest you go with whatever budget-friendly servo you choose, or just go ahead and spend. I mean, like I said, these EcoPower are $100. Lifetime warranty on the gear sets, though. So, oh, we want to stay out of the water. So when you bust up a gear set, you know, you just contact AMA and they'll replace it. But as I was saying, if you know, go with whatever you want, or just go with the reefs, spend an extra $40, $140, get the reefs for all 500. But for budget friendly, that's what I had on the bench. And that's what we are running for a servo on this guy. It's performing okay. We haven't wedged it in any cracks too badly yet. So lastly, before we start talking about just scale details, because that's really all I did. Lastly, we'll talk about the shocks. Man, really surprisingly, these shocks are not leaky and the oil in them is really good. Let's give this a bump. The oil in them seems to be nice and thick. So I changed out the springs. We changed out the springs to the soft red 90 mil springs. And we will put that up on the screen as well, in case anybody wants to. Really just think it needed something a little softer to keep it from unloading when you're up on an incline or sideways, doing some side hilling. Take this nice drop off. Nice and controlled with that Fusion crawler, guys. It is not a Fusion SE. So all in all, after the initial buy of the truck, you could build this out to perform really well, very cheaply. After a servo, of course. And honestly, if you're gonna, spend $100 or more, just get something good, like a Reefs or a Shift. But I figured everybody would enjoy doing it. Still landed it. Figured everybody would enjoy seeing what this thing could do on a dime, since the initial buy is like $500 or more. So once you buy it, sink a tiny bit into it. I mean, heck, some people will be happy with it as a trail truck right out of the box. It performed surprisingly well. There we go, we got the pull. That sunset in the background, sick. Out here at Hidden Canyon, you guys, we're gonna see if we can maneuver this through this drop off right here without losing it down there or ourselves. I tend to get tippy over here. Try to keep the sun out of the shot, that way we can see all this. Nice. See, that servo is a little weak, and our rear end is hanging on a little too much. We need it to drop. Oh, we need that rear end to drop down. There it does. There. We finally got that rear end to settle down. Had me nervous there. High risk, high reward. Nice pull. I don't know what I'm dropping off into. Let's get around here. Oh. So you guys will have to let me know what you think about, what you would have done differently possibly with a budget-friendly build, what you consider. Ooh, come on, we don't want to lose it. What you would consider, budget-friendly or what. Thank goodness. Oh, I thought we were gonna lose it. So yeah, you'll have to let me know what you think about the budget-friendly modifications, what you would possibly do differently. And the drop-off. I want to give you guys a look. I like to add scale detail, just a little bit of painting. This hardware, I'll put it up on the screen for main. It's the easiest place to find the gold, the grade 8 hardware. But just like to add scale detail, These aren't even the metal ones. We just painted these just like we painted the grill, as well as we painted the shifters. See if we can get a good shot. Painted the shifters and did our power tank. Like to add scale detail. I would have painted the fuel cell, but I am going to be going a different route with that here soon. 3D printed part. But now that we showed you guys the little scale details that we painted and did, this is something steep. And I don't think it'll make it, but I think I want to give it the old college try here. Just give it the beans. Whoa! That made that. That was wicked, guys. This little roll. I don't know if I could It's like straight up almost. Let me see. Let's see if I could do that again. Catch it from the side. We'll do like a slow-mo for you guys. A quick shot of me running around that new obstacle I found when I came up here to get a shot with the drone to give you guys a look out in the back of the canyon where we decided to head up the hill, and the bottom of the canyon where we've been crawling out to the entrance with the sunset over the desert. Alright, y'all, we're getting down to the last few obstacles here with the budget build. And I was getting some drone footage up here. I found this line right here. Figured we could shove the optic through it. That rear tire load up and get the bite. Nice. These foams could be softer. They could be softer. But they do break down as you use them. So that's a plus, I guess. Alright, y'all. Last one for today. Gonna battle up this. This is some slick rock with some deep pits in it. And believe it or not, this thing is getting through it pretty good. Nice, flexed out. Get that belly dragged through it. Get her wedged into this. Oh yeah, oh. Come on, it should pull that. Just a little throttle. When in doubt, throttle out. Well, folks, that's about all we'll be able to get today here at Hidden Canyon with the budget upgrades on the Vanquish H10 Optic V2. It is getting humid out here, believe it or not. We had just a little bit of rain come through last night, and you know, it's not too warm right now, but it's a bit humid for an Arizonan boy. So we're gonna get packing out of here. Did really well with the budget upgrades. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know anything you guys would have done differently. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and thanks for watching. We will catch you guys next time.